comes to Wine Guy, and welcome back to another wine review for those who are new. These are wines you can find on the shelves where you shop for wine, liquor store, grocery store, or maybe even a wine shop. You should be able to find some of these wines. I pick out a couple of wines, give them a taste, and then give you my opinion, what I think about the wines, and grade them with the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up says, I recommend that wine. It's a pretty solid wine. You can't go wrong with it. 3/4. I was so impressed with this wine when I had it at a party that I wanted to go get a bunch of bottles and share it with my friends. Halfway, ooh, something about that wine was off, and I do my best to explain to you why it was off for me. Doesn't make it a bad wine. You give it a taste and let the rest of us know what you think. Thumbs down? Well, we don't even need to talk about that one, right? Right. Okay, so you can already see the label here. I like this setup where you can see the label. Columbia Crest. One of the greatest things, or the best things I like about reviewing wines, is being able to review a new vintage. So, new vintage alert. So, Columbia Crest, the last time I reviewed that, the vintage was 2018. Now, as always, I'll put a link down in the description so you can now go back and compare what I thought about the previous vintage to the current vintage. All right? So, 2020, one other thing. I don't go back and look at the review of the previous vintage because I don't want the current vintage to be influenced by what I thought about the previous vintage. Okay? Every wine stands alone. Even new vintages from the same brand, every wine stands alone. Remember that, unless you're tasting them side by side in a vertical. Ooh, that'd be good, right? So, 2020 Columbia Crest Grande Stakes. Coming in at 14.5% alcohol. You can find this price anywhere from $8.99 to $12.99. Columbia Valley is where the grapes are coming from. This is 17 months in French American oak, I believe. What else? Oh, the grapes. So, even though it says Cabernet on the bottle, because predominantly Cabernet, there's a little bit of Merlot and a little bit of Syrah in here. Just small amounts of each. So let's give this a taste and see what we think of it, right? Hades Corker. All right. So now, I always, as I said, like, tasting a vintage. And right after I do this review, I'm going to go back and take a look and see what I thought about it. But, as I said, it stands alone. This is the current vintage. What a beautiful color. I mean, lots of good wines coming out of Washington. Washington, the wines, in my opinion, red wines coming out of Washington State, deep fruit depth, deep fruit, deep color, which we have right here, and so I always enjoy that. All the red wines are going to be like rich and full, and nice fruit, not fruity, but nice complexity, nice, detection of fruit in the wines. So this Cabernet, like deep purple. Well, okay, not say deep purple, but it starts off being more like a ruby color and goes into purple. All right, so I mean, wow, that's pretty nice. All right, let's get the nose. Whew, that nose is nice. You get plum, you get berries. I mean, it's typical of that Washington fruit, especially Cabernet. And you get a little bit of wood spice. Ooh, and I gotta say it. Pencil shavings. You definitely pick up some pencil shavings here. Wow. But the fruit never missed, So you go between the pencil shavings, when you shave the pencil, you get that wood nose coming out of it, So you pick up that from that's probably from the new oak. Wow, not bad at all. Not bad on the nose, But ripe fruit on the nose, plum, dark berries. Now, proof is always in the taste, right? What's in the bottle is what counts. So let's see if it matches what I taste. Hopefully it's not too toothpick chewy on the taste, So let's go with the Ritz first. What happens with the Ritz? Acidity, that's right. I like acidity in my red wines. I want to know my wines are alive. Here we go. Okay, decent amount of acidity. I'm digging that. The mouth is watering. Tannins, medium tannins. All right, not bad at all. Step one, it passes. Okay. Now for the taste, and let's get the overall idea, and let's see what kind of balance we have here. Here we go. We're talking about the whole mouthfeel, the finish, the whole 9 yards. Here we go. All right. So, I like the tannins. I like the mid-palate fruit. I like the feel in my mouth. On my palate, though, I get this astringency on the sides of my palate, sides of my tongue. You know, I got that during the acidity phase, you know, but I'm like, let me taste it again and see if it's right there. So it's still there. And I'm giving it a third test just to make sure. Yep. It hits me. It hits me right here on the sides. It's like you get the tannins, but it's like the tannins go all the way through. Okay? But for me, it makes it pretty astringent on my palate, almost bitter on the sides here. But it has a good fruit. I think it's kind of out of balance with the tannins, you know, but it has good fruit to it. It may be completely different with food, you know, so let me give this one more taste. I mean, those tannins are lasting, okay? Yep. On the 2020 Columbia Crest Cabernet, I'm gonna have to go no for me. It seems way out of balance. I mean, again, the nose, and I like the fruit taste. Those tannins just seems way off to me. You know, it kind of, you know, you get, it goes in nice, it goes in, you know, pleasant. The fruit comes through, but then it just falls apart with the tannins. You know, I still got the tannins up front, but I don't like what's happening back here when I taste this wine. You know, I mean, so again, so this is gonna be a thumbs down for me on the 2020 Granite States Columbia Crest. Give it a taste. Let the rest of us know what you think. You know, so as always, I'm going to tell you, let your palate be the guide when selecting your wine, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!